You ever wonder if there's a simple secret to building wealth? What if I told you those secrets were figured out thousands of years ago, and they haven't changed one bit? Well, today, we're cracking open a classic, The Richest Man in Babylon, to unlock that powerful, timeless wisdom. So this book first came out almost 100 years ago, and it's not some dry textbook. It teaches its lessons through these really simple stories set way back in the ancient world. And the big idea here is that the rules of money, they're just like the law of gravity. They're universal, they're unchanging, they worked back then, and believe me, they still work now. All right, let's set the scene. Our story starts in Babylon, which was, without a doubt, the wealthiest city of its time. I mean, we're talking about a place with massive temples, legendary treasures, a city literally dripping with gold. But here's the kicker, the big paradox that the book's characters just couldn't figure out. And honestly, it's something that still gets a lot of us today. How is it that in a city overflowing with wealth, most people were walking around with empty pockets? Does that sound familiar at all? It turns out the rich folks in Babylon weren't just getting lucky. Nope. They understood one simple but incredibly powerful secret that pretty much everyone else missed. And let me tell you, this secret is just as much of a game changer today as it was back then. This right here, this is the whole foundation. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. Now, it sounds super obvious, right? But it's actually a complete mind shift. Think about it. Before you pay your rent, before you buy groceries, before you pay anyone else a single dime, you have to pay yourself first. This is the bedrock of building any kind of real wealth. And the book doesn't just leave it at that. It gives you a number, something you can actually do. It says you've got to save at least 10% of every single thing you earn. And not 10% of what's left over at the end of the month. No, this is the very first 10%. That part is yours, period. The way the book explains this is just brilliant. It uses this metaphor of a wealth tree. That first 10% you save, that's not just money, it's a seed. And every time you save, you're watering that seed, you're giving it sunlight. You keep doing that, and eventually that little seed is going to sprout and grow into a massive tree of wealth that can shelter you for the rest of your life. So once you've got that foundation down, paying yourself first, the book gives you this practical, step-by-step guide to get your finances in order. The richest man in Babylon, a guy named Arcad, didn't keep his secrets to himself. He actually taught them to everyone as the 7 cures for a broke, or as they called it, a lean purse. And here they are, all 7 of them. This is basically a complete roadmap, right? It takes you all the way from saving and budgeting to investing your money and even boosting how much you can earn in the first place. So let's dig into how these things all connect. Okay, the first 2 are all about getting a handle on your money. Start thy purse to fattening. That's our 10% rule we just talked about. Then, control thy expenditures. That just means you gotta make a budget and learn to live on the other 90%. This is where you have to get real with yourself and separate what you actually need from what you just want. All right, next up, you gotta make that money you saved start working for you. Make thy gold multiply. That's investing. It's about turning your pile of money into a stream of money that flows back to you. We'd call it passive income today. But, and this is a big but, just as important is cure number 4, guard thy treasures from loss. You have to protect your original investment, your principal, at all costs. Now, Arcad, he learned this lesson about protecting his money the hard way. And he tells this great story that just perfectly nails why it's so important to get advice from the right people. So he had been saving for a whole year, he was feeling great, and he gives his entire pile of silver to his friend Asmer, who's a brickmaker. And Asmer has this plan that sounds like a sure thing. He's going to travel far away, buy some rare jewels, and then sell them back in Babylon for a huge profit. I mean, a brickmaker? He works with stuff from the earth, so he must know about jewels, right? Yeah, no. The brickmaker knew absolutely nothing about jewels. He got totally ripped off and came back with a bag of shiny but completely worthless glass. Arcad's entire savings? Gone. Just poof. It's such a tough lesson, but it makes the point crystal clear. Only get financial advice from people who are actual experts in that field. Don't ask a brickmaker about jewels. So the last 3 cures are all about building long-term security. Number 5 is to own your own home, which cuts down your cost of living and builds you an asset. Number 6 is about ensuring a future income. I mean, that's basically ancient advice for planning for retirement and having life insurance to protect your family. And finally, number 7, always be investing in yourself. The smarter you get, the more skills you have, the more you're going to be able to earn. Simple as that. Okay, so you followed the 7 cures, and you're starting to build wealth. Awesome. But now you need to know how to keep it. This is where we level up to what Arcad calls the 5 laws of gold. And here's the philosophy behind it. Getting money is one skill, but holding on to it, that takes wisdom. If you don't know how to manage your money, it'll disappear just as fast as you made it. So these 5 laws are really a summary of all the hard-won wisdom Arcad picked up. It all boils down to this: keep saving, be patient, only invest with guidance from people who know what they're doing, and for goodness sake, stay away from those get-rich-quick schemes or businesses you know nothing about, like, say, a brickmaker trying to sell you on a jewel business. So what about luck? Is getting rich just about being lucky? The Babylonians had a totally different way of looking at it. I love this quote from Arcad. It basically says that good luck isn't this random thing that just happens to you. It's what happens when you've done the preparation and then an opportunity shows up. The goddess of luck doesn't just wander around. She goes to the people who are ready to meet her. And this really highlights 2 totally different mindsets. You've got the passive mindset, where you just sit around waiting for luck to fall out of the sky, which, let's be honest, almost never happens. And then you have the active mindset. These are the men of action who prepare themselves so when an opportunity comes along, they can recognize it and grab it. When you boil it all down, the wisdom of Babylon is all about taking action and being disciplined. It really does all start with that one simple decision to keep a part of what you earn for yourself. So really, the only question left is the one the book asks us. What seed of wealth are you going to plant today?